so I'm going to tell you guys about this story, and I forgot the person that sent this to me, but thank you for sending me this story, because it's very helpful if you guys give me things to talk about. So if you want me to talk about something, hit me, KevOnStage@gmail. I have a folder for Periscope topics, and I go to it, and I think about stuff to talk about. The edifice fund. All right. So here's the story. A woman this past week got married. Her and her husband were both virgins on their wedding day. Amen. And we thank God for grace and for keeping power, for keeping those legs closed, because news are about running rampant in the camp. Legs are open. There's sex on empire and scandal and power. Amen. But power, Lord. Amen. Well, we thank God for keeping legs closed and hymens intact. Oh, hymens are intact. Oh, we kept the hymen. He kept the hymen in a weary land. There wasn't no oral sex. The mouth had been closed. Only thing was going in there was food, amen, not eggplants. No eggplants were going in. There wasn't no gardens being eaten of, and we thank God. We thank God for grace. The tongues were just licking ice cream cones, not nothing else, and we thank God for that. Wasn't no hands touching on genitalia, and we thank God for grace, for his keeping power. Oh, yeah. Oh, Basha. He wasn't coming. She wasn't coming. They were waiting. And by the grace of God, they waited. And we thank God for that. So they got married on their wedding day. And as part of like the toast ceremony type thing, the girl gave her dad a certificate of purity that was signed by a doctor that proved she was a virgin. He checked down, he looked at that hymen. He said, this hymen ain't been broke off. This hymen has been intact. Oh, yeah. She didn't do gymnastics. She didn't do the splits too hard. She didn't twerk. Her hymen is in good, clean shape. You got a good, strong hymen. Amen. I'm signing the paper saying she has not been deflowered. Amen. As eggplant has not entered into her grocery store. Amen. Eggplants has been out of stock. Okay? And we thank God for grace. So she gave that to her dad during her wedding day, and she posted the picture on online, and there was uproar in the camp. Uproar. It was uproar in the camp. People were like, oh, what? Why would you do that? And I'm going to kind of go in order of like the uproar, because there was basically themes that there was pockets of people that were kind of upset. There was themes. The first theme is, how come the husband didn't have to prove? Okay, the husband was a virgin, and she said that she just took his word for it, and there was no proof. So that was the first thing that people were up in arms about. Why don't you make your husband produce a certificate? And I don't know that there's a way to, well, there's two things. I don't know that there's a way for a husband to prove that he hadn't had sex. But are you smelling the eggplant? I don't know. You wash it. I don't know a way. I don't know a way to tell. Okay, and the caveat to that is an intact hymen. Hymen is a funny word, by the way. Can we just pause for a second and acknowledge how funny of a word hymen is? By the hymen of Olivia Newton-John. Hymen is just a hilarious word. Don't touch my hymen. My hymen is sacred. How dare you touch upon my hymen? My hymen is for me and for me alone. Don't look at my hymen. It is my hymen. Don't touch upon my hymen. Okay, so, but there's ways to lose your hymen and still be a virgin. If you're active in sports, if you're in gymnastics, you just keep doing the splits. You do the splits every day, your hymen could pop off. You could ride a bike hard. You could ride a horse. You could be an equestrian. And bow, 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 bow. Okay, you could ride a mechanical bull for practice and pop that hymen right off. So there's that, but apparently none of these things happened to her. Her hymen was good and strong. The yoke had been made easy. The yoke had not been broken. Okay? And also, you can have an intact hymen and have had sex. Other types of sex. Okay, so there's that type of stuff, okay? But none of that was the case for this young lady. Her hymen was strong. The doctor went down and looked, and the hymen was like, I'm still holding on. You yet holding on, hymen? Her hymen was lifting weights. It was like, oh yeah. God blocked it. He wouldn't let it be so. He went down and looked in the microscope, and the hymen was like, standing. I'm still strong. Her hymen was Derek, Luke, and Antoine Fisher. I'm still standing. You shall not pass. It was Gandalf in Lord of the Rings. Her hymen was like, hey, 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 hey. Nothing shall prosper. No eggplant formed against me shall prosper. All right, so that was the first thing. Why doesn't the husband have to prove it? And she said she just took his word for it. Okay, so that was the first thing. The second thing people were saying, why is she giving the certificate of hymenosity to her father instead of her husband? And her reasoning was she made the vow to her dad. Her dad had been teaching his kids that they should respect marriage vows. And 2 of 3, I think she was the youngest, or she was at least the third to get married. And her older sister had strong hymen. Her older sister's hymen was even stronger. She was the first. Her brother, he got married, but he had the sex. He was not a virgin. He had the sex, and then she didn't. Or she also had not had the sex. So her hymenosity was intact. So she gave the certificate to her dad. She went down to the thing, and she was like, Dad, it's my wedding day. Here's my hymen. Here's my certificate of hymenosity. I had not had the sex. Okay, and people were like, why wouldn't you give that to her husband? And to me, it makes sense to give it to your dad because it's a covenant that she made with her dad. It's like a family tradition, and it's part of her being a Christian, and she gave it to her dad because she had made the vow to her dad that when I give myself away, I'm going to be a virgin. So people were like, give it to your husband. He's the one who needs to have the proof. Rip that off. So here, baby, you're going to take this hymen and rip it. Rip it. Break it. Break every hymen. There's a hymen rising up. Break every hymen. Break every hymen. Break every hymen. There's a hymen standing strong. Break every hymen. Break every... Though there's an eggplant rising up, that'd be better. There's an eggplant rising up. Break every hymen. Break every hymen. Break every hymen. All right, so I don't see the problem in giving it to your dad. I really don't. If I had daughters, I would love for them to present hymens intact to me. Bring me the actual hymen. I don't want the certificate. Remember the Old Testament? They go check the bed. Where's the hymen? Better have it. I don't want no piece of paper. You could have paid the doctor off. Bring me the hymen. I'm Old Testament dad. I want to see the hymen. Where is it? I'm going with you on your honeymoon. I'm standing there while y'all make sweet love. Yeah. Take it easy on my daughter, fam. Family lamb. Yeah, that's better. Take it easy. That's my baby in there. That's my baby in there. Take it easy on her. Where's that hymen? I'm joking. That's why I don't want no daughter. I don't want nobody breaking my baby's hymen. I want her hymen intact till she dies. I want her to be a eunuch. A nun. Except I want grandchildren. That's the only thing. That's where I mess up. I want her to have sex one time. Married, have sex once, then give me the grandbaby. Have sex only enough time to give me grandchildren. 3 sexes. I want 3 sexes out of you, 3 grandchildren. Then lock it up. You ain't finna just be riding my daughter all up and down the street. Okay, so the next thing people were saying was, well, I already talked about this. An intact hymen doesn't prove virginity. So people were like, that's not even a proof of virginity, so I don't care, blah, blah, blah. The next thing people were saying is that that's private information. Here's the thing how I feel about that. It is private, but on social media, people post whatever important to them. She posted it on Facebook, and in general, Facebook is your family and your friends. and it just went viral. It wasn't like she posted on Reddit or something. She posted it on Facebook, and people were like, "That's private information. You shouldn't even do it." It's her Facebook. Let her post whatever she wants. If she listen, you know how hard it is to be a virgin in 2015. You know how hard it is to be a virgin. If I was a virgin right now and got married, I would post pictures. Virgin V Squad. Oh, your boy's out here. It's her virginity. It's her wedding day. It's her Facebook. How you gonna tell somebody what they can and can't post on their wedding day? She worked that hard and didn't have sex before her wedding day, and she wants to post pictures of her wedding. Let her post it. Shut up. You ain't even her Facebook friend. Shut up. That's kind of what bothers me the most about this. Were you mad at somebody else for what they did at their wedding? That's her wedding. She want to give a picture of her hymen or certificate of hymenosity to her dad. Let her do it. She want to post it on her Facebook. She ain't put it in your face. You found the article about it. I would be proud. If that was my sister or my friend, you got that good clean hymen? You got a certificate made, printed up? Hand it out. Take a picture. Shoot. What you worried about? Who cares? Why are you worried about it? If it ain't you, it ain't your friend. That's the one thing, and I hate. I'm gonna do a whole thing about what I hate about Facebook. But people love to talk about stuff that get mad at stuff that does not affect them at all. Whether she was a virgin or she had sex 1,000 times, if she presented her dad if they had a bet that she could have sex with 100 people on her wedding day, and she presented her dad with a certificate of 100 people that she slept with, and that's what they do in their culture, then shut up and let them do it. Makes me mad. Mind your business. And that was the other thing people were saying. There was a post, and this was the last kind of common theme, and it was like, well, just because she's a virgin doesn't mean she's better than other people. What about all the other women out there who are not virgins? They shouldn't have to feel bad about themselves because she's a virgin. That thinking bothers me so much in America. It's the just because you did something doesn't make somebody else bad. What? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? She didn't say, hey, I'm better than everybody else. She didn't say, hey, you're bad because you don't have no hymen. She didn't say that. She said, I made a vow to my dad, a promise that I'd be a virgin when I got married. I did that. Here's proof. I am proud. Nowhere did she say you should be feel bad about yourself because you're not a virgin or you were not virgin. And people are like, well, what about women who've been raped? That's terrible. But she's not making them feel bad. Celebrating yourself and your accomplishments is not the same as making other people feel bad. And I hate that thinking. Well, just other people shouldn't have to feel bad because they were virgins. You don't know what they went through. Did she make a post saying if you're not a virgin, you're bad? If she did that, then let's deal with that. But she didn't. She said, hey, I made good on my vow. I'm happy. I'm proud. I did this to my dad. Boom. I hate that line of thinking. That bothers me really a lot. That's the whole I don't even know what line of thinking. It's like, yeah, feeling guilty. But people do that that's what just drives me crazy on Facebook. Anytime something happens, that's why you could have a picture of a whale. There was a picture of a video of a whale waving at kids in the zoo. Okay? They were waving at kids in the zoo. And people on Facebook were like, well, you should tell those kids that those whales are in captivity and they are not really happy. They're waiting. Help me, help me. And I was like, what are you talking about? Shut up. We can't have nothing. You can't have nothing on social media. Social media can turn any innocent and beautiful thing into awful stuff. There's a picture, and this is absolutely true. I mean, a video of my kids kissing me. It's called When Kids Kisses Attack on YouTube, and I also posted it on Facebook. And it's just Zay and JoJo going back and forth, kissing me on the cheeks. Kiss, 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 kiss. Right? And it was the sweetest thing. It was not staged. I was actually making a video about Trayvon Martin and how sad it was and how it's hard to raise kids in America and blah, blah, blah. And the boys, just for whatever reason, ended up kissing me, right? People were like, this video hurts people who don't have dads to love them. Other kids shouldn't feel bad because their dads don't kiss them. And then there was other people who were like, you're making these kids soft by letting them kiss you. Men don't let men kiss their kids. Kids don't let men kiss their men. I was like, who hurt you? Who hurt you? That's what I want to ask people. Who hurt you? You mean to tell me it really bothers you that I let my own children kiss me on the cheek? That bothers you? Who hurt you? Your dad wasn't there? I know that hurt. My real dad wasn't there either. Luckily, I have a stepdad. But don't make me feel bad because my kids give me a kiss. And that's the thing that really made me upset. Even if you don't understand why this girl did what she did, even if you don't think people, I mean, of course there was like, see, you Christians are sexually repressing your people. Here's what I always say, and I wish people would think this way, would think like me. I want people to think like I do. Just because you don't understand something, just because you don't see the value in something, doesn't mean that that person shouldn't. If you had sex with 1,000 people, then that don't mean that she shouldn't be happy because she didn't have sex. Why can't people be happy? Just because I'm not Jewish, so I don't understand the bar mitzvahs and bat mitzvahs, and I'm not Mexican. I don't understand why the girls be wearing wedding dresses when they turn 15. It's not important to me. But if you're a Mexican and a quinceañera is a big thing for y'all, and y'all want to wear wedding dresses and y'all want to party, why do that don't bother me? Y'all didn't invite me to the quinceañera. Y'all didn't hit me with, Kev, you want to come over to I don't know why 15-year-olds is wearing wedding dresses. When I was in El Paso, everybody went to quinceañeras. 10th grade, 9th grade, quinceañeras was lit. And I wasn't Mexican, but if we was in there, how am I going to be mad? You shouldn't have those girls celebrating that they turned 15 because in other cultures, they don't celebrate that they turn 15 until they turn 18. And 21 is 6 plus 15. So why do you do that? Shut up. Don't you ever just want to tell people on Facebook to shut up? Shut up. We be so butthurt about stuff that at the end of the day, if they're not hurting you, this woman presenting a certificate of hymenosity to her dad on her wedding day may be weird. May not be the norm. But did she hurt anybody by doing that? Did she hurt anybody? No, she didn't want to hurt. She didn't hurt nobody. Just because something don't make sense to you don't mean it don't make sense to the person. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Just shut up. Just shut your mouth. Shut your butthurt, whiny mouth and go back to your job that you hate. Shut up. If I had daughters, I want a certificate of hymenosity presented to me. Present that hymen before dad. Present it. Give it to me. Where's the hymen? Huh? Where's the hymen? Hymenosity is proof of your hymen being intact, and I totally made it up. Just because you ain't seen no hymen certificate don't mean that is a weird thing. I mean, it is a little weird, but why are you making her feel bad? I don't even think you need to do it privately. I think if it's at your wedding, you want to take a picture of your certificate of hymenosity and post it on your Facebook so your friends and family can see that you got that hymen. I think you can do that on your Facebook. It's her social media to her family and friends. Of course, it's public. People saw it's weird, so it went viral. But I feel like you can share that with your friends. Jada said hymen's for everybody. No, it wasn't a picture of a hymen itself. It was a certificate she had made that a doctor had signed off and said, yep, she's a virgin, that hymen was strong. I've seen worse things posted on social media. I'm actually going to make a video tomorrow. Jay, shut up. It's her hymen. Let her show it off. It's some weird puppet thing that is just weird. And that's what I want to say. Somebody said it should be more popular. We really are shaming. I hate that. I hate slut shaming, fat shaming. I hate that term. Anything you say against somebody shaming, I don't like that. I don't like fat shaming, dad shaming. I don't like that. But listen, it really should be a thing that is celebrated if you wanted to be able to, purity shaming. That's what we're doing, purity shaming. I hate that term. Her dad drew up an abstinence contract for her when she was 13. I didn't read that part in the story. But if it is part of her Christian walk that she doesn't want to have sex before marriage and she achieves that goal, why should she be made to feel bad about that? Why? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If you want to have sex 800 times before your wedding day and she doesn't, why should she feel bad? Yeah, that's the puppet thing I was talking about. It was in Australia. The puppet that gave birth to a baby in a park, and there was breast milk spraying. It was weird. I'm going to make a video about it tomorrow. Being happy, bothered by someone else's decision says that you're not happy with the choices you make. Yeah, I think so. No, I have not seen her dad's testimony. Send that to me. I didn't know that. Send me the part about the certificate contract. I didn't see that part. I read the article on BuzzFeed. I'm not hymen shaming. I'm proud of her strong hymen. Look, man, I don't think that's anything wrong. We are a society that is just lambasted with sex things. I did read in the article that the dad said he would love her all the same. Is there anything wrong with a dad wanting his daughter to be a virgin when she gets married? Is something wrong with that? I don't think something's wrong with that. I don't think that. There is something wrong with that? I don't think that's something wrong with that. I don't want I would love for my kids to, my boy, and I got boys. I would love for them to be virgins upon their wedding day. I would love for them to not know what is happening on their first sexual experience and be like, man, I don't know whether I did it right or wrong, if it was the right hole, wrong hole, and it was over before I knew it. I would love for them to last for 1 minute and be like, man, that was crazy. Woo! Glad I waited. Kasharod, you said, is it her dad's request or her choice? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it was her dad's request. It seems like it was like a mutual thing. It is a private matter, but if she chooses to share it publicly, I don't mind that. That's the thing. It is a private thing. The state of your hymen on your wedding day is a private thing. However, if you choose to show it, okay, so it looks like it was her choice from what I'm reading in the comments. The state or intactness of your hymen, it looks like it was her choice. People share private stuff all the time. It's her social media. You choose to share with her friends and family on social media. I don't have a problem with that. That's not something like naked pictures or something we don't like. It's not like she showed the act or anything like that. That's like, whoa, that's crazy. You know, why can't you say virginity instead of hymen? Because hymen is a funnier word than virginity. Yeah, we keep saying it's private. Who determines private? That's true. Maybe it's taboo. It's taboo to talk about hymens. When's the last time you heard the word hymen? Before today, before this article. You ain't heard the word hymen. Purity. We have said hymen in this thing more than a lot. I think social media has made us less private people, for sure. Absolutely, social media has made us less private people. We love sharing stuff. Can't wait. You didn't know what's called a hymen? Yeah, well, that old hymen. No, I'm glad she didn't bring the sheets too. But that was cultural. I want to say in the Bible, but I'm not certain, so I'm not gonna say. But I know in some cultures they check the sheets to make sure there's blood on the sheets. And even if you lost your hymen in gymnastics practice, they was like, nah, fam. I don't believe it. No, I was doing the splits. Nope. Ain't no splits. If I can know someone is gay, I can know someone has hymen. What kind of comment was that? I'll give you 5 Bitcoins if you can work the word hymen into work conversation today and have nobody look up. My only reservation about that certificate is that it can make a woman feel away. That's the thing. I don't mind if it's her. She wasn't out to make people feel bad. She's out to celebrate herself. If you had sex before marriage and you feel bad about that because she didn't, I don't think that's her fault. I don't think your feelings are not valid, but I don't think that's her fault that you feel bad. Does that make sense? Hi, man. No, not hi, man. You got to say hymen. You got to work hymen into regular conversation today at work. If you can work that in and have somebody not look up, like you got to make an analogy. Like, man, this copier is blocked. It's like a hymen's in there. Jeez. And have nobody be like, did you just say hymen? Yeah, you got to slip it in. Not high man. You got to say hymen and use an analogy of hymen. You got to do it like that. You're like, whoo, man, I doo-dooed in there from that taco stuff. I felt like I busted a hymen. Yes, I did. You got to do it like that. You really want me to go, man? I couldn't make it nowhere. I need to protect the green. If you guys can do that, I will send you 7 pennies in the mail. Yes, I did. Sure way to end up in HR. Yeah, you got to do it without being HR, without upsetting the HR balance. You got to be like, man, I finally pushed that sales through. I finally pushed that sales deal through after working on it for 3 months. It was like a brand new hymen. Just wouldn't let me. No. Here's the line. I crossed it. That sales deal was like a strong hymen. There's an eggplant rising up. Break every hymen. Where am I going? To work. It's only 8:40. Y'all don't want to do that? It's not gonna work. You can't fit hymen into regular day conversation. There's no way you can do it and people not blink. The key is nobody can blink about it. Okay, it's gotta be smooth. You gotta be eating like jerky and being like, man, this jerky is tough. Like a hymen. Wait, did you say this jerky? I mean, look at it, it's strong. It's 11:40 where you are. It's 8:40 where I am, and I don't have to be at work till 9:30, 10 o'clock. As much sex is thrown in our face, we should appreciate someone who's got an intact hymen on her wedding day. I agree. It's easy to have sex. I did it. I'm not proud of it. Why doesn't anyone talk about him being a virgin? Because it was her post on her social media and her certificate. And honestly, guys, we really don't expect men to be virgins when they get married. It's not even a thing. Our society is really backwards, and there's a double standard. There's no real consequence for a man not being a virgin in our society. We do not care, really. We say we care, but we don't care. We don't care if a man's not a virgin. We care if a woman is, as a society. Sometimes we say we don't care, but we don't care. If you ain't a virgin, you shouldn't wear white on your wedding day. The men's suit's already in black. Comes in black. Nobody says, oh, if you ain't pure, man, you better wear a black suit. My suit was charcoal gray because I had sinned before God. No, I know individuals care, but the society as a whole don't care. We do care about child support, though. Wearing lily white. There is a double standard. Yeah, no one cares until it goes viral on social media. That's absolutely true. Huh? You better watch me wear white. Because Jesus paid it all. My sins is washed white as snow. My wedding dress should have been black. Should have been dipped in charcoal, but Jesus made it white as snow and I bleached it. Oh, yes. I bet I wear my white. I love how y'all are getting it. I bet I wear my white. Ha-ha, yes I did. All right, guys, is there a comment or a question? Got a couple more minutes before the cell phone service goes away. No, there shouldn't be a double standard, but there is. There shouldn't be a lot of stuff, but there is. Should you wear white to your wedding with 2 kids? Yep, it's your wedding. I wear white if I want to. Wear white with pregnant belly. I wanted to wear white. It's my favorite color. See? Ladybug, a.k.a. Lady A, says she wore white 9 months pregnant. Yes, I did, and yes, I will. It's my wedding. White dress. Pregnant belly. But ma'am, nothing. I'm wearing white. Because it's tradition. Well, it's tradition for purity. Purity, nothing. Who's wearing white with a missing hymen? Jason, get out of here. Get. It's my hymen. I'll wear it now. It's my hymen. I want it now. Ha ha! Yes, I did. That's me and Jay's inside joke from Friday. The mom, when Smokey goes in the house, I think the mom's on the phone is like, ha ha! Yes, I did. So sometimes when Jay's in his scopes, I would just type, ha ha! Yes, I did, and then he'll laugh because we're brothers and we do dumb stuff like that. Ha ha! Yes, I did. Jay just said, I'm about to ask my daughter daily, is that hymen still there? Please do, Jay. What is that hymen doing? What's that hymen up to it? What is that hymen talking about? My hymen's intact. Oh, ha, ha, yes, I did. But where that hymen at? Where that hymen at? Doe. Where that hymen at? Where that hymen at? Doe. Where that hymen at? Where that hymen at? Doe. What that hymen do? What that hymen do? Break. What that hymen do? What that hymen do? Break. Where that hymen at? Where that hymen at? Doe. Where that hymen at? Where that? It'll be ivory. Close enough. Y'all crazy. Is your hymen intact? Doon, doon, doon. Is your hymen intact? Sing, Clark sisters. Do, do. Is your hymen intact? Do, do. No! Of course not. It's been broken vain. But up the road is eternal gain. Woo! This conversation went left. Is your hymen intact? Doom, doom, doom. No! Of course not. I love Periscope, man. Y'all are the best. I just opened the water and didn't drink it and then put it back. Ha ha! Yes, I did! All right, guys. I'll see you later.